to another episode of Psycho's Platters, always powered by coffee each and every time. That is the Mighty Psycho Promise. I hope everybody is doing very well on this Saturday evening. Hang on, I just gotta add some things here. Yes. There we go. Wow, already, yes. Branda from Australia. Hiya, Big Lamb. Yes, Big Lamb is here. Little Lamb is way up taking a snooze fest in the cat condo right now. In case you're maybe hearing off to the side, we are going through all of the Legos, or should I say, she's going through all of the Legos to see what makes sense and what doesn't. And because of that, I've got a discovery to tell you guys shortly. Nick, how you doing? Satan's here. Dustin, don't know if ever he'll be here. Yes, Fred's here. Brother Paulie, that's right, from the Church of Rock and Roll in the VC, or the VC Church Rock and Roll, etc., etc. Yes, yes, yes. Anyways, see, look at this. We haven't even been on 8 seconds, and almost a dozen of you are already here. This is what I call dedication, ladies and gentlemen, and I love it. I'm not giving you shit. I really do love this. Yep, Derek's here too. Got all kinds. So basically, I just said let's talk VC because I mean I've got some stuff to show you, but this was kind of last minute. I may possibly be doing some Saturday shows instead of Sunday shows because the Sunday shows I was doing was because the kiddo was going and playing on Sundays. But it looks like maybe the schedule is going to be flippity flopped, and so 60 to 90 minute today here, gang. 60 to 90 minute. That's it. But I figured, what the heck, right? Right. Are we talking vinyl or vinyl community? Both, believe it or not, both. It works either way. Yes, we're nothing gossipy, for God's sakes. In fact, far from it. I just figure let's talk vinyl community. We're all here, and that's what there is to it. Um, no names to be hashed or dirt to be slung here. I mean, I once in a while I'll have a grievance, but I try to keep it to myself or don't mention names. You know that, gang. You guys are smart enough to figure out some names. But no, nothing's going on. I like it that way. I like peace and quiet. I really, really do. Mason's quitting the VC. Oh boy. I hope not. I liked Mason. I just kind of feel bad. It's partially my fault. We were supposed to do that second episode on Brian Wilson, and things just kind of fell apart on my side of the fence. It was my fault completely. I will totally get that. Maybe someday we'll get to do that. I have no problems doing that at all. but but yeah, I figure what the heck. I thought I'd come on up here. I do plan on taking a few days off per se. And what I mean by that is, on my end of shows, maybe maybe a week. Maybe that's my goal anyway. But that doesn't mean that you won't be hearing from me. Lisa, he's quitting again. Dot dot dot. Um, yeah, any of you guys want to pop on up here? It'd be absolutely beautiful. Like I said, I have some tunes in the queue, but this is mainly chitty chat. I like doing chitty chat. Is it raining? Oh, at least for Lisa, VC weather. It is raining in Southern California. Mason, for fuck's sakes. Well, no. Can I pop? Yes, of course you can. You don't have to ask. But thank you anyway. Um, but yeah, I mean, I probably am going to end up doing um, that vinyl tag. I have been kind of prepping some of the questions and stuff, and doing that, and then there's something that I forgot to do regarding Jukebox from Hell. I think it's my fault. I got sidetracked because I did a couple of the Aw Crap. It's another Christmas album miniseries. So we're going to go back to doing Jukebox from Hells, even though this season didn't really kind of go do so well like I was hoping, but maybe we'll improve. Simon, good to see you. Good to see you. Yes, yes. And here is from the land down under.
Good morning. Well, it's 10:30 here.
10:30 Sunday morning already, right?
Yeah, the future. I thought it was Monday. I go to work tomorrow,
Oh
so
no.
I'm
Ew.
a little bit funny about it, but it's all good. I just wanted to quickly jump up because I found some records yesterday.
Ooh. Ooh,
Just
yes,
quickly,
please show.
yeah.
Oh, look at Phil Collins in a Japanese press.
I haven't listened to them yet, but it was a bargain because usually when you're buying Japanese pressings off of Discogs, it's a little bit expensive. So I found this place. The second one,
Nice.
I've listened, and just as I was about to leave, I've never ever bought a bootleg in my life, and
Oh,
I'm just
bootlegs are
about.
fun. Which oh, Queen bootleg. Okay. Tokyo Rampage. What tour?
Well, I checked it out. You could take. Do you mind taking me off big screen now?
Okay, sure. Sorry, hang on.
It's all
There we
good.
go.
It's all good. I'm not sure. On Discogs, it said unofficial from. It was released in 1976, but the track listing it seems to be probably 1974. No, probably late 74, probably 75 because Brighton Rock's on here and Brighton Rock was released on Sheer Heart Attack. So you've got Father to Son, Ogre Battle, Son and Daughter, Modern Times Rock and Roll, and then side two is Brighton Rock, Keep Yourself Alive and Liar. And from what Discogs was saying, it wasn't actually recorded in Tokyo, but one part, I think side one was the Hammersmith Odeon, and I forget what the second side is. But yeah, I've never picked up a bootleg, so I'm interested to hear what it sounds like. It'd be funny if it were a Gary Glitter record
Oh my
masquerading
god.
as. Uh,
Gary Glitter.
some guy.
Uh,
It, they're called Tengu Records. They're in Newtown, not too far away from my place, and the just as I was about to leave, we'll talk about Frank Zappa bootlegs. Some guy has spent nearly $3,000 worth of on like Frank Zappa vinyls and all that kind of stuff. Mad, and
Jeez.
I don't know if it's true or not because it wasn't released in Australia, but apparently he's got a butcher cover of the Beatles, but apparently it wasn't released here. So however he got it, no idea.
You never
But look,
know.
yeah, I know. But look, that's all I wanted to show. I'm gonna, I'm gonna put you on my headphones, but I'm gonna head out. I just wanted to
Okay.
show you that. Have
Well,
a good
thank
day,
you.
all right? Take
Yes, you
care, yeah.
too. Be careful.
See
Be
you, mate.
safe.
Thanks, dude. Bye bye.
Yeah, bye. Always good to see Brandon from the land down under. That is for sure. So, so VGR sent you a killer King Crimson boot, eh? That's cool. That's awesome. Yes, yes, yes. So I don't know. Like I said, this is just pretty random. There was not really anything exactly um, attached to any of this. Remember, it's official. Oh my God. Yeah, there you go. There's a vinyl tag. How about them apples? An official bootleg vinyl tag. Ha ha! You can use that for free. I'm not going to take any claim to that because I don't have a lot of bootlegs to justify a bootleg vinyl tag. You could do like, what's the best bootleg you ever bought? What's the shittiest bootleg you ever bought? What's the bootleg that's got the weirdest cover? Or what's the bootleg that they like the record company went all out on? You know what I'm saying? I'll try, but I imagine it's a lot hotter where you are. Well, yeah, Zappa did put out so much music. My God. I mean, what did he start? Like in 60? I want to say 60, working on instrumental pieces all the way to his death in 93, and there still was so much left over. There's enough in the archive to put out a new Zap album for the next 30 years. Oh boy. See, ladies and gentlemen, that is our well, instead, you know how Jimi Hendrix with that, so it's the next generation Jimi Hendrix, sort of, in a way, if you think about it, at least as far as for that he lived until almost the mid 90s. Well, I don't, am I official? I don't know if I'm legitimate or illegitimate. I wonder who the most bootlegged artist band is. That's a very good question, actually, Brandon. But I will tell you, I thought it was funny, and it's on YouTube. And Neil Young, when he went into this record store, I think this was what, in the early '70s or something, and he saw Neil Young bootlegs, and he started asking the clerk questions, and I'm just like, yikes. Talk about talk about uncomfortable right there. Well, yeah, I guess Grateful Dead would be a good solid answer, wouldn't it, considering they had all those shows from 65 to 95, right? 65 to 95? 30 years. Yeah, who decides if it's approved by the herd? That's usually the thing I do not want to do. Yeah, I don't follow along with the herd. It's just like, for example, this vinyl tag thing. I haven't done one in probably about 2, 3 years, so I'm just updating myself, I guess, a little bit in my way. But I wanted to show you guys something kind of goofy. I said I was going to show this, and for some reason I couldn't find it. Oh, before I get to all that, I feel so stupid. So she's working on all the kids' Legos, right? And I had some boxes over here that you couldn't see that I really needed to give attention to. And I finally did this afternoon, shortly before broadcast. And I found, so help me, I found that missing box of CDs, the banana box full. So there's going to be some fun coming up. Some of it is Jukebox from Hell material. So that's why I'm a little bit more excited about doing at least a few more episodes of Jukebox from Hell. Um, Hint: could a Foreigner album be in there? Could a Genesis album be in there? Oh, maybe. uh, that's me, the loose cook. I am a loose kook. Happy New Year yourself, as well, to everybody else. William wants to be Jason Rojas so bad. Well, I don't know. I think William and Jason Rojas have their own things. Let them be their own people. That's a good question. Look at this. A VC ombudsman. That, you know what? I could win in Scrabble with that word. Hey, Hoops, how are you? Yep, calling all stations. I found it. I found it in the box. So yes, finally, you guys are going to get down the line here the review of Calling All Stations, a very goodly album, which, of course, I've played Congo on this show at least once or twice. There's more, though, that could be played off of that, but not today. Not today. I only have one, two, three, four, five, only 6 songs in the queue today, guys. Like I said, this was going to be kind of a short one, maybe a short one, unless some people want to come up and then, and yippee yap for a little bit too. I have no problems with that whatsoever. It's a Saturday night. It's a Saturday night, and I ain't got nobody. I got some money. I just got paid. I like Sam Cooke's version, of course, but I like Cat Stevens's too. I do. I used to have a lady friend of mine that she kind of got me turned on to Cat Stevens back in the mid '80s. Yeah, yeah. Her favorites were Cat and Bob Dylan, and I gifted her a mono copy of John Wesley Harding. I actually had a copy of that, and I gave her a copy of what was it? The last album he did on A&M for Cat Stevens in 1978. I think it's called Back to Earth or something like that. Yeah, Saturday Night for Fighting. It's all right, all right, all right. Okay, so this was, I don't know how old this story is. It's at least 6 years old. Okay. So one day I'm going through this box of albums that my next door neighbor was having a garage sale. Unfortunately, I couldn't find anything that I really, and then I got partially excited till I found out there was no records, no poster, no photos, no nothing. But you're going to get a good laugh, but this is going to hurt a little bit. So this here was this is a real copy, numbered 33,398. That means in America it was put out, they bought this in the first week. Seriously. Okay? Now, I know you can't really see it really well, but they decided to turn this into a canvas. Yeah. And then there's your 33,398. But yeah, it's the only part that she drew on. Go figure. I guess even though she predicted, here comes the sun. There's the sun right there. Whatever. Today in Beatle history, even though you didn't ask, January 3rd, 1970, the remainder of the Beatles, minus John Lennon, of course, went back into the studio and worked on "I Me Mine." And no, I'm not playing any Beatles because we all know what happens when you try that trick. Does he still use like you know what? As far as I know, he goes by the name Yusuf slash Cat Stevens, so he goes by both. And I'm trying to think what album I heard from the last few years that he did. It was not bad. It was not bad. I would still say probably my favorites, Peace Train and Morning is Broken. But I liked off that last album. I liked Bad Breaks. I thought that was a good one too. VC leader should not be appointed by we. I needed to say this official like VC leader should not appointed by man. We should all just stand out in the rain and see who gets chosen by the lightning. We have a czar. That's enough. That's right. And hopefully the czar is doing fine. I haven't seen anything from the czar in a while. Oh, not that again. Give me a little mental break, please. This is one of those relaxing days. Peace Train. Sure, or whatever. Yeah. There you go. That could be used by the National Urological Society and this station. That's cool. I like seeing names or writing or even stuff, usually weed in old records. I have found a couple seeds and stems. I have. I have, ladies and gentlemen. I've talked about that in the video of what have you ever found in an album? Uh, because we I read the letter from Jim Stearns. He was sending that to a fan or whoever it was back in the 70s. Anyways, so this one here, yes, hi Grateful, how are you? How are you? How are you? Um, so we've got here, oops, worth a lot of money those seats. Maybe, who knows? Hey now. So I know Brandon's gonna get a kick out of this. But I happen to have here, this is a first pressing Wooden Nickel Styx album. Now, I picked up all these Styx albums, these Wooden Nickels. I picked them up back in Chicagoland. Okay. And of course, it's getting stuck in the sleeve. Just take my word for it. It's a wooden nickel. But it has, you can tell by it's a first press, by their cover of the 1965 I think it's 65, Knickerbocker song Lies. And the second pressing replaces it with Best Thing, which was a track off the first album. I don't know why they did it, but because I really like their version, so let's play it. Lies from Man of Miracles from October 1974. It'd be the last Wooden Nickel album Styx would do, of course, before jumping to A&M and doing Equinox in December 1975. What I consider, in my opinion, the best part of Styx, your proggy part of Styx, is those 5 albums right there. Although, yes, Crystal Ball, and yes, to Grand Illusion, and to some extent, Pieces of 8 would also be considered some of the prog rock period. But those first 5 albums, the original lineup with JC on guitar, great stuff. Great stuff. Cannot go wrong with that. I've got some Purple Haze and Northern Light seats from the 80s to the 90s, and I want 60 pounds each. There's about 200. Wow, man. You could almost pull a Pineapple Express out of that stuff. Seriously. Oh, man. I appreciate you guys being here just for a little while, right? I miss you guys. Like I said, I look forward to doing these shows when I can. I just wish I had a more consistent schedule, okay? Because a lot of people go, well, we never know when you're going to be on and this and that. And they're right. They're absolutely right. And it's probably my fault as to why, I don't have as many subs or views or whatever. But it's all numbers at the end of the day. By the way, you people are amazing. I said you people. And I do want to thank you for watching and subbing. And if you care to throw a little coin in the thing, that's great. I'm working on clearance. Somehow, there was some clearance Starbucks on the Pikes Peak, and I'm drinking that right now. But after I'm done drinking that, I got some free help because of you guys. Free Onyx coffee. That's right. We're going to try some of that now. They got some strange flavors in this Onyx coffee. We'll see whether or not Psycho likes him or not. Because if Psycho doesn't like him, it's called Psycho's going to take it to work. And yeah, I know, Nick. What did I just say? I said it don't mean nothing at the end of the days. It's a game. It's all a game to me. It is. Where's Melody? Well, he's probably at band practice, to be honest with you. I think Saturdays are band practice. Hey, Brian, how you doing? Good to see you. The Jewel of the Orient. That's right. It's always good to see my people here. And yes, you're my people. And look at you, Nick. Thank you so very much. Honestly, too. That goes towards whatever next cheap coffee or cheap record. And I'm going to show you a cheap record in a second. You guys are going to go, I told you guys I was going to find this but I never could find it. And then here it is. So I'll show you in a minute. They were mine, and I know what I was getting. I came from a studio engineer that always got the good stuff. Got the good stuff. Once again, though, thanks, Nick, for that. So I went to an estate sale here in town once. This was maybe about, let's see, the wife was alive, so we're going to say 10 years ago. Shit, I meant to do Tal. Well, stop. You silly person. And I ended up getting 3 albums. Just 3. 2 of them I'm going to show you, because one's a little goofy. But the 3 albums that I picked up The Doors' first album in mono. Problem is, for some reason, they ran out of mono jackets. So they pasted over the stereo part, they pasted the mono number. Okay. So I have that. Well, you know what? Maybe. You could be right on that, possibly. I heard it's a big poster. It's covers a whole wall. And then these were for $3. Okay. And then I found this. And I know you're like, well, who cares, Psycho? Oh, you know what? You guys are something else. I I I love you guys very much, and I'm serious about this. But this was a cheap record, $3. And jeez, I'm trying to come up with all this airplay catch up. Making it rain. That's right, making it rain. Yes, Yes, Simon. We got good people here, Simon. We do. Well, I don't know about that, but I try. I'm telling you right now. So this thing here, first LP on Elektra. Here's the front. Here's the back. Here's the fun. Now, it's an original sleeve. Just take my word for it, okay? In mono, in beautiful, beautiful near minty. I see a one feather scratch on one track. Other than that, in nice near minty shape from first album of Love on mono. I'm never getting rid of that. I like that one. You don't smoke or you don't smoke or partake anymore, huh? Once in a while. You know what, guy? Are these official reviews? Yes, they're official. They're official. You guys are too kind. My God, you guys are something else. You're making it rain, VC. You're making it rain. Thank you. Only Lucy in the sky with diamonds. There you go. See. So I present to you from 1966 off of that first album in mono because it's the 45. You know what? I like 40, 45 Little Prof. I think that's the channel here. He comes up with great material to do for these. My Little Red Book. Unfortunately, everybody from Love except for Johnny Eccles is dead. True story. True story. I wrote to Arthur Lee while he was in prison. I found out where he was. Never got an answer. I'm just like, it's not the first time I did that, by the way. I wrote to Jimmy Songs from the Shadows at Night when he was in prison too in the 80s. He was nice though. He was nice. He responded. He gave me a letter. I wish I still had the damn thing because he's gone too. I was a nervy teenager. Either that or very bored, one way or another. See, that's what I'm talking about, Ivan. I found one. I found one typed letter from the artist that did the record, and then I found this depressing note. It could have had something to do with a breakup, and it wasn't dated. And believe it or not, there wasn't a name. It just seemed very sad. Well, yeah, I think so, but who did it first? It's just that's the bone of contention. I'm not sure. If you gang know, please let me know. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, please smash that like button. That's always fun to do, right? It's kind of got split ends vibes. Yeah, I could see that a little bit too. You wrote to Epstein. That's nice. Did you get an island pass? Oh boy. Uh, yeah, I love letter. Yeah. See, if you guys have got, yeah, we're all sad sometimes. What is it? Everybody hurts sometimes. Considered. Thank you very much, Satan. If Satan's smashing the like button, you can't go completely wrong. Um, if you guys have got like, I don't know, if you want to drop a song request or two, that's cool too. I'll play it. I'll play it for a little bit if there's anything. But to my next one, that I found for $3, and I know I'll pick up goofy stuff, and this was goofy, all right. Sherwin Linton and the Cotton Kings, and I know you're like, who the fuck is Sherwin Linton, Paul? Even if you didn't ask, you're gonna find out anyway. Basically, he came out of South Dakota. All right. He started out in 1957 with a band called the Rocketeers, and then they were called the Fender Benders, I want to say by 1960. And then Cotton Kings since mid 1960s, I want to say 65 or 66. That's right. That is absolutely correct. I knew you'd know. Somehow I knew you'd know, William. But here, and he also had slight Johnny Cash connections. It's kind of strange. I don't really know all about it, but it's signed. Yes, that's why I grabbed this little thing from $3. $3, couldn't pass it up. I'll show you guys. Record pretty much on Recar looks like this. I really don't know what year this is. I'm assuming, obviously, based on, even though it's an old picture, This could be a reprint, but basically the album is Sherwin Linton and the Cotton Kings play Mule Skinner Blues and other favorites. Now, so basically though, Sherwin did, I think, have a 45 or two cut on Soma. All right. And oh, you have a few of his LPs. See, that's cool. We're going to play a song in a second, William. We're going to play a song in a second. Playing Living Next Door to Alice from Smokey for Me. Not sure if I've ever heard that one, to be honest with you. But we're gonna play here something from Mule Skinner Blues from the Fendermen. Now this is that he wasn't in the Fendermen, but he was in the Fender Benders. See, get it? Fender Benders. Maybe I could be. Actually, I probably am. Based on when I was a little kid, I sent autograph requests to Castro and the Russian Premier at the time. So there probably is a file. I'm admitting it to you 30 people out there. The chances are there's like a 1 or 2 page file on this guy here from the FBI. But oh well, who doesn't have one, right? Right? You hear crickets. Okay. So from 1975, he ended up cutting this 45, Mr. Sherwin Linton. He's still alive, at least from the website I just looked at shortly before broadcast. But Shel Silverstein's, oh boy, When She Cries.
No one knows my lady.
Hey, Mark.
When she's lonely. No one.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I like doing that too.
The fears my lady hides. There are those who share her love and laughter, but no one knows my lady when she cries.
I had peanut butter sandwich before I came on here.
Here's my lady.
Yeah, that Fenderman song, Mule Skinner Blues, really good stuff.
And when she cries, it makes you want to run and chase the sun and bring it back to brighten up the corners of her dark and troubled skies when she cries. You may have seen her lying in your lamplight, and if you heard her whispered words, it comes as no surprise. So be the one she'll share her secret smiles with, but send me back my lady when she cries.
Ooh, Morant. I love me Morant.
Cries, it makes you want to run and chase the
I can pull that.
So send me back my lady when she cries, 'cause my lady's gonna need me when she cries. For when she cries, it makes you want to run and chase the sun and bring it back. So send me back my lady when she cries, 'cause my lady's gonna need me when she cries.
Sherwin Linton. I hope 2026 will be fantastic for everybody here in the vinyl community. To you and yours, that is a fact. I chose it over a pair of tube mono blocks. And Marantz, I have a very cool story about a Marantz, but not an amp, a Marantz turntable. So I probably told you this story before, but let me indulge you for a minute anyway. So there's this wonderful woman out there that I met. This story goes back close to 25 years ago. And that wonderful woman's name is Lindy. I'll mention that much. She's originally from Scotland. Yes, Lindy was. Still is. She's still around. And I just remember though that she had this wonderful stereo. Okay, she did, but she didn't have a turntable. And I played, I had a Marantz is what I had. And but I ended up getting a brand new in the box Fisher. Now I know you guys are gonna roll your eyes probably at me. Don't ask me the model numbers of these things because I don't know. This was 25 years ago. And I said to myself, I could have given her the Fisher. But I'm like, nah, I wanted to give her the Marantz. She didn't even know I was giving it to her. That didn't sound right. But anyways, it's the truth. And so the thing is that we end up, and I end up giving this to her. Yeah. And I hooked it up for her. I went and hooked that all up for her. And I also got her an extra gift that I happened to find that week. Her favorite movie, conveniently, was Brigadoon. And I found a mint 1950s on MGM soundtrack to Brigadoon. And so I didn't show her the album because she said, well, I don't know where any of the vinyl records are. I go, it's okay. I said, we'll find some over time, but this is your first one from me. So I put the Brigadoon album on the Marantz, and she pours us glasses of wine, and we sit there and we enjoy the music and other bonuses. Okay? That's all you need to know on that. Vintage Fisher or the Fisher are great amps. Oh, there you go. 2 turntables and a microphone. But anyways, that's my Marantz story. Okay, I kept the Fisher for many years, and then I think I ended up giving it to my son. And oh man, I can't reach. I want to say. Let's see. No, my multi CD changers is Techniques. I can't remember what the hell it is. I'm not going to go over there and look right now. You'd think I'd have this memorized by now, right, gang? But I'm lucky to know what I ate a couple hours ago. Anyways, yeah, it was well worth it. I'll tell you that right now. You could only imagine how worth it was. Anyways, so digging through the collection again. Pardon the glare. When I met Wayne Nelson, who was in this lineup of Little River Band. Here's the front, of course, autographed by Wayne Nelson. And here's the back. This is off of the May 1983 album, The Net. Yes, The Net. Can you play an Ortophon bent in half? Oh, don't get me started on that. I know where you're going on that. I can't get that out of my head once in a while. It'll come in my head. Thanks, Renee. Thanks a bunch. But I present, you're driving me out of my mind, which a few people in my life have done. But I know most of them did it in love anyway. That's right. From 83. You're driving me out of my mind. Yeah. See, Randy got here first, and now you're here, Dave. You see any of the New Year's fish? Nothing planned. Has a split ends vibe to it. Nope. Oh man. So let's see. Another thing I went and dug through in the in the in the boxes and such. Let's see. Hey Randy, how are you? Hope things are well. Howdy. Howdy. So in about 2000, 2004, 2005, I think it was, I met Andy Powell from Wishbone Ash, and I got him to sign a bunch of albums. This, of course, being Wishbone 4. Here's the front, here's the back. Of course, you'd be looking at MCA with your rainbow here. What else is in here? Oh, lyrics and your pictures. But this one here made it to number 44 on the US chart. This would also be the last album to feature Ted Turner, one of the original members, of course. This would be your last album with the original 4. After the tour, he would leave. Okay. So I present to you so many things to say. I love me some Wishbone. I've got Andy went and signed me a copy of Argus. God, Argus might be still my favorite Wishbone Ash album, honestly. I still need a couple though. I'm still missing parts of the Ash catalog. Live Dates is great. If you've never heard them, the live stuff there is really nice. Did Nick Pantazzi leave, or is he still around? I don't know. Randy, yeah, but Randy play some 7-inch singles tonight. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Another one out of the box. I plumb forgot about this. This might be one of the coolest 10-cent record finds. Yes, I said 10 cents. There was a sale. They were doing a moving sale. It's a thrift shop that's in town that it's called the Battered Women's Shelter Thrift Shop. Seriously, that's what it's called. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. And so I could not believe that this was sitting in there for 10 cents because the rest of what was in those albums was garbage. I'm sorry, that just was. Mm-hmm. Yes. Here's the front. This is from 62. Here's the front. Here's the back. And the condition on this thing, it is near minty all the way around. Basically, it is 2 episodes of the Jetsons. Meet George Jetson. But I for this cover, just for the play that one. No, I'm not gonna play that, Andy. As much as that would be nice. Yeah, you'd probably be able to hear it actually on YouTube. I don't even know how many times I'd get dinged just playing Hanna-Barbera because that would technically be Hanna-Barbera stuff, not me. Yeah, and I only have one other. Oh, who is it? Damn it, I can't think of it right. No, it's Hanna-Barbera record with not Snagglepuss, the secret agent, the Cat and the Mouse. I've got that one. That's what I've got. Yeah, yeah, definitely. It's not an easy one to come across. How many women just do it take one to I truthfully, it just surprised me that it was sitting there right in the middle of all of the junk. I'm like, what the hell? And I'm like, for 10 cents, maybe there was other stuff I missed, but I highly doubt it. Because I was going through there. It took me half an hour to go through all the stuff. Blabbermouth. That's it, I think. Blabbermouth, the secret agent. It was a cat and a mouse. Anyways, I've got the James Bomb, B-O-M-B. Yeah, safe word. So one of the cool, and I mean, I don't know if it still goes for it, but I remember that remember price guides, ladies and gentlemen, price guides. They said for near mint back in the day was $250. I highly doubt it's $250, but when I saw that, I was like, oh, this thing is not that easy to find. So yeah, I got a rare 10-cent record. It's not the first time that I have found a rare 10-cent record, but I will say this: out of collecting for 45 years, how many rare 10-cent records or quarter records or under have I only found? Literally this many, a handful. If you're in to win when in regards to money, you're not going to be very happy. Like I said this before on Psycho Splatters, and we'll say it all the time, I collect to listen and to enjoy. If something happens to be rare and worth some money, it's icing on the cake. That's what the hell it is. That's all how I feel about it. But there's people out there that deal in the rare records. That is their thing. I'm not going to knock them for it. It's just if you think you're going to be one of those people, 95% of you, including me, are not going to do that. Sometimes a handful is good enough. That's what she said. I'm horrible. All right. This last album I have here, and then we'll play Ivan's request. This one here, this is a reissue, of course, but I like the way they did this, and I picked this up, God knows, I don't know how many years ago, from Full Circle Records in Crystal Lake, Illinois. Might have been one of the last purchases I might have got from them before they shut down in 2005. But New Colony 6, At the River's Edge, signed by Ray Graffia and Ronnie Rice. I met them both separately. We have played some New Colony on this show before, and it looks like this. It's translucent, and it's got slight smoky swirl to it. It's kind of nice. I like Sundazed series. So off of that, we're going to play you the very garage funky. Is it 30 to 40 on eBay? Not in that shape, Andy. 75 to 100, Randy says. Well, still, I don't care. That's fine. I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it, but thanks for looking it up real quick. So I present to you one of my favorite Chicago 60s bands, the New Colony 6. Those first two albums, try to get them, gang, if you can, because there's some really good stuff on there. But I would tell you to get the Mercury stuff too, but get the Centaur stuff first, because you're going to hear this off of there. Yes, Let Me Love You. Please let me love you.
Let me love you, I want you right now. Love you, I want you right. Let me love you, I want you right.
Yeah, there you go.
I still love you, I need you right now. Still love you, I need you right. I still love you, I need you right now. Come right here and sit by me. I'll show you how love can be. Let me love you, I want you right now. Love you, I want you right. Let me love you, I want you right now.
That's right.
I remember the day you told me you were me. I thought that I would die, but instead I just cried.
That's right. Let Me Love You from New Colony 6. One of these days, we are going to start a new subseries called Illinois Rocks. Yeah, we're going to. And it's going to be all Illinois bands,
Cool.
honestly. Whatever's in my collection, I mean. Not obviously all of them, because then I'd be sitting there from now to 72 years old covering all of them, and that ain't going to happen.
Hey, Paul, I
Yes,
just
sir.
want to say that I looked up the Jetsons in this book.
Yes.
But it's an old edition. It's from 1999.
Yeah.
You said the same price. If it's Colpix 213, very good copy 62, near mint 250. So
That
that's
must
what
have
you
maybe been the book I had back in the day. But as we all know, Discogs kind of
Yeah.
has shifted that whole price guides. The only thing price guides are good for, and I do have
Is it,
okay, they made a picture sleeve price guide once. I
They-
kept that,
I heard of that one. Yeah.
and there's a lot of picture sleeves that I've never ever seen in the wild before, and I was like, ooh, now I don't know, there's this one place I may go back to. Yeah, Illinois Speed Press is one of those.
I heard of them. Or read about them.
Yes. Now this guy here is not from a speed press, but he does probably has dealt with the middle word.
And,
Anyways, how are you?
Rock and roll. I'm getting ready to go to a gig. I'm going to be playing bass tonight.
cool.
And my
Where would that be in Jersey?
it's going to be at a place called Bum Rogers in Seaside Park,
Cool.
right next to Seaside Heights. It's going to be fun. I have two brothers that play in this band together, but my one brother is playing in another band tonight, so they need someone to fill in for bass. So I'll be doing the Paul McCartney spot.
With one of those bankrupt Hoffners
Yeah.
that you can pick up now. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Hoffner.
SRO, I have played the Stone Pony a few times.
The Stone Pony. That's right. There
I
you
played
go.
the Stone
But
Pony.
never with Linda Rodstadt or Bruce Stringbean.
No. Unfortunately, they're always like their amateur nights. You know what I mean? Like to get on the top billing, you have to be a really successful band. You know, to get in that.
Do I know anyone from Illinois? Well, how about Styx, REO, Speedwagon, Cheap Trick? Just for your main big ones, Chase, Illinois Speed Press, as Randy said. There's the Shadows of Night, lots of good stuff. Lots of good. Chicago, of course. They originally started out as Chicago Transit Authority, and
Called that, yeah.
I have the album from Transit Authority. Yeah.
by the time that first album was released, unfortunately, though, they moved to LA. So it's like they like did some of the recording, I think, in Illinois. But
Can you imagine
yeah.
if they never? Can you imagine if they never gave them a hassle about the name and they were called Chicago Transit Authority all this time?
All this time, that'd be interesting.
everyone would have called them CTA. I would have called them
I would
CTA.
think they would have been CTA.
Oh yeah, and Randy, that's right. Naked Ray Gun. That's
I
right.
don't
Naked Ray Gun is
know
out of
the music.
Illinois too.
I don't know the music.
Glad to throw the punk angle in. Just gotta. I don't know all this stuff. I'll tell you that. I would have loved to have dabbled more in punk. I had a buddy of mine that was a big punk fan. His name was Spike because he had these colored spikes in his hair, and he was skinny, and he had a nose ring, he had earrings. He played the part very, very well.
Wow. I haven't seen Ivan in a while. Good to see you,
Yeah.
brother. Good to see you,
you.
Brandon.
Hey, Brandon.
Eric.
But
Randy.
imagine
All my bros.
imagine in '88 at the McHenry County Fair in Woodstock, Illinois, that if you just were a fly on the outside watching in,
Big Black.
that you would see me and Spike twisting with Chubby Checker in the third row, because that's exactly what the hell we were doing.
Cool.
Wasn't Styx from Chicago as well?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Big Black.
Hey, hey, Paul. I read the Paradise. I read on Wikipedia the Paradise Theater album cover is modeled after a real theater or something.
Yes, Buckingham's. Thank you. Yes, I can't forget the Buckingham. Shame on me, crying shames. That's right. There's a whole bunch. There is just so many bands that came out of Chicago.
Every
And
area.
happy for
Every
it.
area.
Happy for it. And eventually, I want to do, like I said, an Illinois rock series because that's where I'm originally from. And then, I mean, I know that somebody down here in Arkansas could probably do a great Arkansas rocks, but the only ones I can think of right off the top of my head would be Ronnie Hawkins and Levon Helm. Because they
Well, Levon Helm, yeah, from the band.
they came from Arkansas, along with Johnny Cash and the Del Vets. You can come up with all. Wait a minute.
The Shags, are they from or not?
He's got one Jags. Maybe there was Melody. Were you Santa this year?
Got Santa. I was my own Santa.
Definitely. Cheap Trick will have their own episode, but I want to hold off on that episode on Cheap Trick till I get the damn Fuse album. I need to find that Fuse album, which is what Cheap Trick, half of Cheap Trick was in, was Fuse before they would break up and then briefly become this very strange band, which I really wish there would have been tapes. Sick Man of Europe, otherwise known as Nas Light, because you've got the singer and the drummer of Nas with Tom Peterson and Rick Nielsen.
Really?
They went around for about a year. They went around for about a year until that fell apart, and then.
Well, how did that not? That sounds like on paper. That sounds like an incredible combination.
I like
You would have thought so. You would have thought so. That was in 72, like late 71, early to 72, and then Tom Mooney left. He was the drummer, and that's how Bunny Carlos got in.
Right.
Sort of, and then it was kind of strange, the rest of the story. But yeah, I love Cheap Trick too.
Remember that band that Bunny Carlos went to, that super group with
Yep.
I think it was with one of the guys from Hanson
and Smashing Pumpkins and
the what were they called, the Dead Winter or
no, but something Windows. I'm
Windows, right. I knew it was something.
Yeah, Peterson was infused, yes. This next one here, Ivan asked for, so I'm going to play it.
All right.
Yeah. This will take you back to 74 because that's when the heck it was from. You know, if there was a K-Hell Records compilation
sad song
of music to your wrists by.
Oh yeah, right. K-Hell covered "And I Love Her" from the Beatles.
Oh yes, I remember hearing that on that. What is that
what a
documentary?
Cover too.
Right? The documentary on Cobain.
Hey, Paul. I think I read the Kingston Trio. Someone recorded "Seasons in the Sun" in the '60s. Not sure. I'll have to look that up. Yeah, but it was done before Terry Jacks. I read.
Did he write anything else? Did he write anything else? I think he's still alive.
Rod McCoon wrote "Gene" by Oliver.
These guys come and go, man. Like they're here.
Oh, I couldn't stand that record. I know what you're talking about with Gene.
Hey, Paul, I can think of another sad song. You don't have to play it, but ever heard that song "Rocky" by Austin Roberts from '75?
Yes.
That's a sad song too.
Sad song, say so.
You know when you were Wishbone Ash before. There's a song that I used to play. 2 songs from Wishbone Ash I used to do. Do you remember the song "Ballad of the Beacon"?
Sounds familiar to me.
And then "Throw Down the Sword." Do you remember that?
Oh,
one?
I love "Throw Down the Sword."
Yeah. Oh, that was
from Argus. Yes.
I can't recommend those songs enough from Wishbone Ash. If you look up "Throw Down the Sword" or "Ballad of the Beacon," I'm telling you, they are just master musicians. Ted Turner, that is incredible.
Andy Powell was there was only maybe about, firstly, when they did the Wishbone Ash concert in a little venue called Chubby's House of Blues. That was the name of it in Poplar Grove, Illinois. They were only around for about maybe 2 years, and then get this, it got converted into a church. How about that afterwards? But they had Wishbone Ash there one night, and I'm like, what? Now, remember, this was kind of before Google, so I had to try to do the best research I could. and found out that Andy Powell at least was going to be in there. I'm like, okay. I said, I don't know the rest of these people. As strange as it sounds, I don't even recall a merch table. I really don't, which was very, very weird. I don't know why they wouldn't have sold any merch, because I definitely would have bought a shirt. But there wasn't even 50 people in
Wow.
this. It was a little more relaxed kind of atmosphere. Seriously, there was some sunken couches and things like that, and there was me and this girl I just met, and you know,
Did one
but
of them pass away recently, or within the last like couple of years?
Wishbone,
Or they're all still alive?
I think I could be wrong on this, but I think Lori, I hope I've got this name right, Weisfeld died, but I think
remember seeing that.
I could have. Maybe there is an original member that died too. I can't quite remember.
Yeah, I'm not
To be
sure.
honest.
Happy New Year, Ivan.
Yes, Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy New Year,
But needless to
definitely.
say, he was very nice, and I would say out of the almost 50 that were there watching this thing, it was just me and this one other dude that waited for Andy to come out to sign our vinyl. That was it, 2 of us. We're the only 2 that gave a shit.
I don't know.
And I snagged a poster off the wall and got Andy to autograph it to my buddy Tim, so that I could give Tim Smith, since I can't remember why he couldn't go. Oh, okay. Dad and I are having dinner at Lucy's Diner. Is it even any good anymore? I haven't been there in a while, and the last time I was there, it wasn't so good. Did Wishbone Ash move to America, or just a couple of them? If I remember correctly, I think it's just Andy moved to America. The Martin Turner owns the European tour rights. Well, what are you plopping?
I put something in the chat, in the private chat.
Let's
He
see.
did.
So you were saying to play some songs. This is like you're in the sad theme, not really sad, but kind of in that theme. A guy.
All right. I've never heard.
Ron
I mean, I've heard the
Sexsmith,
name, believe it or not, but I have never heard.
He opened up for Coldplay, and then Chris Martin redid this particular song with Ron Sexsmith. That's how much he loved this song. This song is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it's such an incredible talent, Ron Sexsmith. I mean, he's on, I think, was it? I forget, one of those 3-letter labels.
Needless to say,
Good song, Mello.
yeah.
Yeah, soon I gotta go because I gotta drive still and stuff. But
Understood. In fact, we got one song left in the queue. We're almost to the 90-minute mark. I know, right? But I thought we'd play this. I can't remember if I played this or not, but if I did before, I apologize. But I figured it was such a goofy one that it only came out on 45 for the band, and they never. No, excuse me, that's not true. They put it on their second album. What the hell am I talking about? Anyways, from 1967, Elf Song, Ballad of the Wingbat Marmaduke, off of New Colony's Colonization's second album.
Many years ago on an island in the
Don't take brown acid when listening to this.
Both strange, you and me.
They laugh and they play in the
what a game.
always eating 6 full meals a day. Hey, 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 everybody knows that the fur on their toes is kept home, for they are neat, you see. Neat, 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 pixie-like inside, plump but very wide, and their feet grow natural rubber soles. Feet, feet, feet. Adventure to them has no appeal. The less excitement, the better they feel.
Sounds like some of the people in today's world.
You know what it sounds like? It almost sounds like one of those fictional bands that Spinal Tap was in, like in the 60s.
In the land of rhyme.
Yeah.
A wingbat
It sounds like
Marmaduke
Nigel
spread
Tufnell and David St. Hubbins.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
That's
Sensing
what it sounds
danger
like. Little
near,
Bird Small there.
trembling with fear.
Huh,
They
that'd be
set
interesting.
out to meet this deadly foe. Danger, danger, danger. Armed with tiny knives, risking all their lives.
There you go.
Exactly.
They attack and soon the
Listen to the flower
was
people.
near. But who won? As the story goes, who won? No one knows. But when's the last time that you saw an elf?
That's right. When's the last time you saw an elf?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, now you drop down, Toby, after being there for the last hour and a half. Oh boy. Anyways,
Did
gang.
we get to see Toby be a diva?
Huh?
Did we get to see Toby be a diva?
Yeah, Toby's a diva. What can I say? I feel bad though. I was gonna give her her treats. I can't find the treat bag. I hope she didn't
You'll find
like
it.
she squirreled it away somewhere. You know, she's like meow 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 meow.
All of you covered with strange men in uniform.
Only if it appeals to me. So
Remember that-
I can see Sid Barrett.
remember
being
that?
Floyd.
Remember that Pat Cooper album where he's in spaghetti? Like,
Oh.
I
make,
think I've seen that.
Oh,
he's
boy.
a parody of the Herb Alpert
Yeah.
cover.
Oh,
But
did,
he's doing it with spaghetti. It's hysterical.
no, with Soul Asylum did a parody called Clam Dip, another delight.
Oh God, that's right. I barely remember that.
I never found the album, but I've seen that.
Oh my
So-
God.
Clam Dip.
I do have plenty of records with strange men on them. I will say that. There's no line there.
I think we probably most of us do in our collections one way or another.
But some of
But-
it take me away. Oh my!
Yes, but see, here's the true story, or at least this is what was told. So you see the guys here now. Just imagine, okay. New Colony 6 started out as the Patsmen in '64. That was their name. By '65, this was their outfits. They were dressed like this. So they go because they were invited to a studio, one of the Hollywood studios, to possibly be in a movie. And I could have sworn I heard Dustin Hoffman was in it. A young Dustin Hoffman was in this movie, whatever it was at the time. He was supposedly casted. And so the fact is that
Paul
they
Revere
go
and
in, they do the audition, yeah, and,
Yeah, definitely.
and
Paul
guess, who
Revere.
they guess who they bump into? Paul Revere and the Raiders.
Yeah.
I mean,
When they're doing
Manowar.
this,
Do we need to say more Manowar?
Manowar. Hi, Toby. Now you're showing up just as about sometime ready to.
Johnny
Ready
L
to
knows
rock
enough
here.
about Manowar. I'll tell you.
That's right, Johnny L. We're sending you that poster. One way or another, somebody's going to send you that big. It's going to be not a 50 feet long poster. I'm
If
trying
you
to.
want to hear a killer bass solo, look up the song "Black Arrows" by Manowar. It is one of the wildest bass solos you'll ever hear. You think the Cliff Burton Metallica one is wild? That Black Arrows is wild. Wild.
As James Farley would say, the password is "remind me for next time for Black
Oh yeah,
Arrows."
we'll do that next time, definitely. All right.
But until then, everybody,
Episode 1005. Hit that like button.
1005. Please, you prefer the brown acid. Well, I can't always win. I'm sorry. Let each note I now play. And well, thank you very much, guys, for sticking around here. We had almost 32 people in the chat tonight. Once again, an excellent
you,
Saturday night. I'm hoping to do this at least semi-regularly. I love you guys. Time for an old bearded fat man
Take
to
it easy,
chew
Pat.
at the range
Now,
of 45. Good night, everybody.
God bless.
Psychos Platters is a Love Peace production.